fantastic Sky Terran play against Zerg on this map. Really made it hard for the Zerg to attack into him.
Those were interesting games.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of Viking, Banshee, and tanks. You don't normally see that composition out here. It's a lot rarer.
We'll see if Flash wants to take a page from the Maru book or if he's just going to play a straight-up game once again. The map is loading up. Here for Moonlight Madness, game number 2 about to start between these two titans. Go ahead and tell your friends to jump into this right now. It's going to be a 6 series, but still into game number 2 right now.
KT 롤스터 플래시 이영호 vs SK텔레콤 T1수 어영수.
Down here in the bottom left in the red, our Terran player from KT rolls through, losing that last game. It is Flash.
And up here in the top right, SKT soO playing a fantastic game 1. Figuring out exactly what Flash had planned and dominating him in quite easy fashion.
He certainly made it look easy, that's for sure. Said,
oh, he abducted his son.
Well, I hope that's his son. Like,
that's what I was gonna. I was like, should I make that joke? It's like, well,
you know,
we'll leave it at that, Valdez. That is too dark, my friend.
You can wear the same hat, but you know, I don't know. They're gonna get a gift card regardless.
Yeah, they get that latte money.
Yeah. Said something about like you got to win and then we can go home. So.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's cool. Oh, Moonlight Madness does have a pretty interesting map, sort of positioning. Layout is the correct term, yeah. With that backdoor sort of base down below or up above in the center there. Pretty easy to defend compared to most other third bases. And you have that natural as well, which is pretty much even distance. In reality, both are like the same distance away from each other, but you normally want to get the one just outside your base.
I think the one, you know, south of soO's base is a little bit easier to defend just because of the choke. If you think about the other base, there's 2 rocks that can be destructed.
Oh, look at this there.
Flash is listening in the stream, of course, and he just decides to spite me.
You know what, Moonglade? You are right. I'm going to take the middle one there. The one that's a little bit weirder, just a little bit further away from the, I guess, the official natural.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely okay to put your base back there, but if you can destroy the rocks, it has such like a gigantic choke at the third base.
That is true.
But
it's going to be a while before Zerg is going to do that, though.
Yeah.
Unless they go for some sort of roach timing. soO just going to go for the normal hatch first. Sorry. That was pool first into a hatch. There we go. Getting that right. So he's playing a little bit more safer this time around.
Didn't make any lings, so.
Yeah, just getting that queen out quicker.
It's interesting. Flash himself, he goes for the CC and then goes for gas first. So he's going to have it very fast here. Really nice Overlord scout, though. Flash, fighting, you are awesome. He is awesome.
He's the best. I love Flash. Especially off the beat Classic yesterday. That was fantastic. It's good to see him back in action and doing well.
Oh, yeah.
It really would be something else if he could make it to the grand finals of this tournament as well.
Yeah. I mean, so many people are Flash fans over here in Korea as well. I'm sure a lot of people are cheering for him here. Although the cheers, the chants we got at the beginning of the game were pretty equal. So
that's true. Well, Factory coming out for Flash this time. Again, I doubt we'd see Mech on this map, but after the last map, I guess anything is possible.
Flash can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he wants, but you will pay for it if it's on the wrong map. Iron Fortress, an ambitious map to do it on. Much more preferred, obviously, on Deadwing or Vani, where the bases are a lot safer to take and defend.
Yeah,
but it's not too hard on this map, though. I mean, granted, when you look at this map and the layout, the first 3 bases are a lot easier to defend.
Yeah, it's really those 3 bases that are pretty decent. It's not like Deadwing where you can get like 4 bases up and you can go mech, but
if a mech gets 4 bases as well, they just go to max. There's really no way about it. Like they will get there if they have 4 bases.
We are seeing a very heavy gas style from Flash. So he got that 3rd gas at his natural so fast.
Yeah, that's
he put
interesting.
3 mining SCVs into that before there was a single one on minerals.
Well, look at this. We are seeing a tank as well. A tank and Marines coming out here. So Flash has got an idea for this map. Might be seeing him, abuse the map a little bit. Trying to get an exact idea. Perhaps he's going to be dropping behind that natural with the siege tank.
Looks like it.
Drop some Marines up there and apply the pressure. Not a bad choice at all.
But is this Overlord going to see it? I mean, it's not like the Monday we had where nobody really knows much about these maps except like the Dead Pixels players. It's, these guys have had at least a week to practice on them. They played some, televised matches as well. I'm sure soO's going to be looking for something like this and preparing for it.
I think that's exactly why we see that Spire coming out so quickly this time as well. It started at like around 6:30. It's so early for this kind of map, and mutas are going to be the counter to this kind of style as well.
Yeah, this drop is coming in really fast.
Oh,
Spire
that's
only
right.
halfway through.
All right, I remember exactly what happens in this map. The extractor gets in the main base will be the point of contention. The tank will be put up there, and the Marines on the low ground. It'll stop the gas production for a little while for soO. We remember we saw that in the first day in KeSPA Cup, actually.
Yeah,
it might
Fantasy
have
versus Dark.
Yeah, it was Fantasy doing it. Brings me right back. I haven't had that experience in my ladderings yet.
Brings me back to the good old days, Moonlit.
The good old days, the cool-offs, Ravine, man, where your base gets sieged from a cliff. It's fantastic. Nothing that.
The extractor is going to go down. It is going to cut down on the amount of mutas that can come out here. Spire has not been scouted, but
safe assumption, I think, at this point, seeing that lair come out so quickly.
For sure.
And more units actually getting dropped up there. A bunch more Marines. Oh, losing a couple, though. He cannot afford to lose any Marines right now. Oh, actually, turrets as well. Welcome back to Lost Temple. We're doing all...
And there's a Thor on the way, by the way, which is really going to counter these mutas that are coming out. But the mutas are already out, and the turrets are not yet done.
They're almost done. So close. Like one medevac and all the Marines will go down, but now the tanks should be pretty safe here. Muta's taking a lot of damage.
Oh, man. And one queen even goes down. And once that Thor gets there with the follow-up.
He's just never going to be out of mind from this gas again. Thor going to be DPSing it down again.
And the thing about this position as well is that you can't really transfer to that 3rd base either. Because you got 2 tanks up there, 1 tank now, which soO had to sacrifice a ton of units to get rid of.
Oh, this Thor actually isn't doing anything yet. There we go. He gets 1 drone, but he keeps auto-attacking Overlords. Flash got to pay a little bit more attention to it. Same time, those mutas are out in the map. They're actually looking for harassment and to intercept anything that might be going to help reinforce again.
Yeah, they're going to get some kills, at least on some workers over here. Maybe even snipe a gas. He's got to move that muta, though.
He's doing way too much damage, actually. They're not even drones mining right now.
Loses 2 mutas for free.
I think we needed him to amass enough mutas to deal with the last tank. If he does that, then he should be okay here. And you can just, 8 mutas on that 1 tank. It's not going to get repaired and defended. So this 1 Thor is actually stopping him from mining a main base right now.
That's pretty insane. Going to take out 1 of these queens. Roaches come out. It's going to help deal with that Thor.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Overlord's getting a view of this tank, he can just DPS it down with the roaches as well.
Well, he's coming back with his mutas, too. So maybe you can get vision there. One of the mutas going back. Extractor going to go down once again. See, you can't do this. You can't transfer just because of the 1 tank.
Yeah, this is really weird decision-making from soO at the same time. I think he should be able to take this out now. Oh, even lifting it, so he just doesn't lose it. And he drops it back down. Now he can't mine from the 3rd base.
Oh, that is brutal, man.
Moonlight Madness, man. It's a lot. It's
madness.
It's cruel mistress of the map.
And really have to give it to the micro too of Flash. He's doing a really nice job of keeping his units alive. He's not failing on his multitasking either. He's defending his own base at the same time.
He had the right idea, soO, going into this. He had the right builder for it. He didn't react to it nearly as well as he should have. He had the mutas. All he had to do was make enough of them. Stop this Thor from stopping you mine your main base. Like, it's a Thor. It's not like it's going to destroy everything. Even mutas can deal with that, so long as they're spread enough.
Mutas are going to sacrifice here on the tank, but it just gets picked up. And
oh, man.
All those guys are so low right now.
That is ridiculous.
If you're able to set up there with 2 turrets and just 1 medevac and 1 tank and 1 Thor, it's pretty brutal. Going to try to come in once again. Go for that tank. It's not unsieging. Maybe he can get it this time. There you go.
Finally gets it. And it should be okay now. He should be fine. Looks like he's planning to make more units to put up there because he's making another turret. He's keeping that Thor up. Thor's going to actually do a lot of work on these roaches as a lot of them are in the red.
Yeah. soO, like we said before, he's not reacting to any of this. He loses so many of his mutas, so many of his, even like a free Overlord there is just thrown into the missile turret. He loses like 5 roaches.
To the Thor, that's auto-attacking. Like,
yeah.
Too much damage has gone down at this point. soO, even with a pretty impressive bang, he's just kind of lost his mind. He's lost his thoughts. It's like, I don't know what to do at this point. So
I've lost my mind.
The amount of time these mutas are flowing back and forth on this map doing nothing is kind of ridiculous as well.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we do have 2 more tanks lined up there. And by the way, there has been like a mini switch into bio. He is getting stim, combat shields, concussive shells, +1. And it looks like that will be the follow-up. You know, soO is committing so much to stopping this harass.
Yeah, this is actually, he's gone into mech bio composition. We have a word for it now about Liz. I just thought of it, Mayo.
Mayo?
Going into Mayo, not mayonnaise.
What about Beck?
Mech?
No, Beck.
Beck. I guess it depends on how much bio there is to mech. If there's more mech than bio, then we can call it Beck. But if there's more bio than mech, it's Mayo.
All right. We figured it out now.
We've cracked the code here.
Yeah. Well, Flash kind of throwing away his Viking. It's a very strange game overall. He's going to lose his Thor now. Oh! Picks it up at the last second.
Medivacs. Strongest unit in the game, man. You see a counterattack in that bottom at 6.
Oh, there's 1 SCV. That's all you need, man.
Got a big job, man. When you got to repair a Gundam, it takes a long time. Man, looks like Flash gonna make the move out. He's been on 2 bases this whole time as well. Just kind of crazy, you know.
He's totally happy with that. He's like, that's all I need.
He's just been doing so much damage with this 1 drop.
And then now there's also a position down here at the 4th base where you can siege below the ramp, right there, and just get straight onto that hatchery. It looks like he's just going to go straight for it. soO doesn't have much at this point.
No, look how skinny that ramp is as well. It's so hard to engage into that if Terran has it set up there.
Yeah.
Down goes this base. Muta's going to look for a bit of a... I was thinking about a magic box, but too much bio as well.
Just going to let it go, and GG.
Wow, what a crazy game. soO just not finding an answer to this drop. And I'm so surprised it actually did that much damage.
Yeah, very surprising. Seems like Flash is better prepared for the map for sure. He had a very specific plan out there. soO kind of, I wouldn't say falling apart, but he was kind of getting scrambled by the attack. Like he wasn't sure exactly what was going on. He wasn't, you know, controlling his units in the best way possible at many times.
No, not at all. Those mutas really just had no idea what they were doing. They just kept running back and forth. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to have a 3-minute break. After the break, we'll go to game number 3.